Dear future robots, this is an audio time capsule of the human variety. This experience is to hopefully help you all better understand what really matters to us human beings on a day to day basis. Everything from our struggles, our achievements, and our desires. We're hoping to give you a glimpse of what it was like to live in the 21st century. My name is Wendy. Let me be your guide. How's everybody doing out there? Again, my name is Wendy. And by the way, if you can't already tell by the voice, because most people are, get tied up on names. In America, we have the whole pink and blue thing. Names are gendered and all that kind of stuff. But yes, I'm a man. My name's Wendy. Get used to it. You'll be hearing a bit more from me. But I appreciate you guys tuning in. It's kind of a revamp, so to speak, of Dear Future Robots. And like I always say, just grow with me. But today's episode, something just kind of struck me, and I felt like I had to give my few cents on it. It's not going to be a long episode, guys, but I thought it was interesting nonetheless. So, for those who talk to me on a uh, frequent, or even a little less than frequent basis, you guys know that I'm not a major uh, fan of social media, right? Um, shoot, it might just be because I don't do it well. Um, Ironically, maybe I don't like people that much. I don't know what it is, but sometimes being on social media too long can make my skin crawl, right? So I just leave it alone. Too many pet peeves that exist on there, I guess, for me. Uh, but on the very rare occasion that Facebook got my finger to tap it, the red, how they do it. They they design it for the red numbers or notifications to just poke at your brain until you finally give in. But I caved. Yes, I did. And you know, whilst clearing up the notifications that I've missed for a few weeks or whatnot, my feed updated, right? So I noticed somebody that I follow on Facebook. Uh, a girl that I used to know, right? You have friends from like middle school, high school. I even got some Facebook friends from elementary school, right? Um, got Facebook maybe six. I got back on Facebook, I should say, maybe 6, 7 years ago or something like that. So it was pretty much a pseudo reunion for me. It is what it is. But there's a girl on there that I used to know. She's now a Facebook friend of mine. Uh, she, I guess you can call her eccentric. Uh, Typical life on Facebook type person. There's not much that's left to the imagination as well, if you know what I mean. Uh, she's one of those. Um, I remember one time I was this was years ago, by the way, but she mentioned something about the presidential election, I think like 2 cycles ago, and I responded with my thought, because I like that. I like politics, history, and all that kind of stuff. And boy, I learned my lesson because I responded with something about Abraham Lincoln, right? I think because she was talking about old presidents or something like that, and I mentioned Abraham Lincoln, just because I like this kind of stuff. And this wild child, I'll give her that. Hey, much respect if you're listening. Hopefully, you don't remember this story, but uh, I she responded actually to my comment with I think she said I could marry you or something ridiculous like that. And I'm like, hold on, I'm actually in a relationship. Like I'm like, yo, I'm DMing her like, yo, chill out, like relax, like this is not that kind of party, yeah, yeah, this is not that kind of party. So just pretty much left it at that. But that's just a instance that kind of sticks out of my head into like who she is. She's off the leash, I guess so to speak. She's wild for sure. But nevertheless, I did, like I said, catch her. timeline. Did they call it a timeline on Facebook? Man, I'm sounding my age. Do they call it a time? I'm only 36, by the way. Just turned 36 in January. But do they call it a timeline on Facebook? I'm assuming, right? We'll just go with timeline. But caught her timeline, and on her timeline, she had some like passive. It seemed like some passive aggressive dig at somebody from her messages. It seemed from her comment. It seemed like it was a dude. Her post, so it seemed like it was a dude that she was going at, and she was calling this guy some Kevin Samuels disciple reject or something that was going on. And then you go down into the comments and you kind of see uh, the guy responding back, just throwing insults, hurling insults her way. She's a little heavier, so he's throwing like cellulite jokes and just oh my, it's just oof. He was going hard. It was really cringe to watch the interaction. I spent the most time on Facebook that I have in months. It was a strong like 7 minutes, like not even. Yeah, maybe okay, maybe 7 minutes. It was a strong 7 minutes just going through the comments and just seeing how this guy was demolishing her. And it was bad. She was throwing punches. Don't get me wrong. She's a big girl. She can stand up for herself. But man, it was oof. It was cringy. And the comments kind of spoke volumes because you saw women, seemingly her friends, standing up for her. Like maybe two, three friends sprinkled in, like, "Hey, don't do that. That's my girl. That's my friend. I love her. So what? You got a little cellulite. He should, guys like it. One thing that spoke volumes was that no white knight came to her rescue, so to speak, or support. And guys out there know what that means, right? Uh, what some people don't understand about social media is that the way you the way you introduce yourself to the world, the way you show yourself off on a day-to-day basis on this thing, like social media getting more of your real life than the real world, uh, it for one, it leaves little to be desired, and two, if you're not an inspirational person, if you're not, I don't know, cool, if you're not these things that typically make people want to look up to you, you're just entertainment. Like if there's a girl there that's uh, nearly naked, nearly naked, I should say, on her timeline every week, every day, whatever the case is, you're entertainment. Like a guy will glance, like, oh, that looks good, and just keep scrolling. Like, and if he's smart, he won't even like it. The dummies will like these stupid posts and give girls like that confidence, but most guys uh, just scroll by it and hey, that looks nice, and keep it moving. And if you're a guy on social media putting your life on the gram or Facebook or whatever the case is, I think they call it the book. Um, like I said, you're entertainment, man. People aren't looking up to you. You're entertainment. People who scroll and peruse and are voyeurs on social media use you as literally either cautionary tales or comedy. That's it. So just a little word for the wise out there. Let me bend your ear. Get off of the social media platforms, telling your life stories, and just leave, man. Like, don't do that. Like, that's not a good look. It really isn't. But yes, watching this back and forth between these two was really cringe, and I'm mad at myself that I spent that 7 minutes. That was a valuable 7 minutes. I could have been doing a lot of different things, but hey, it is what it is. But the gist of my point here is that she, as they're demeaning each other, she said she called the man a Kevin Samuels uh, reject. You know what I mean? Like wow, this man, rest in peace to Kevin Samuels. Yeah, I will say he was influential. He did have a lot of uh, guys out there that followed him as if he was messianic. Um, there were some women that claimed that he helped uh, cause change in their lives for the better or help them see the light, quote unquote. But the fact that he was being used as an insult was very interesting because the insults coming from the dude seemed to be based in physical stature of the woman and just picking on her. It seemed like he was picking on her for being single or whatever the case. Pretty much everything Kevin Samuels will talk about, like he pretty much had the playbook in hand, and he's hurling insults her way. And she was throwing some physical stuff at him, but that doesn't really matter for guys as much as I think it does for women. But I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about Kevin Samuels, a bit of the legacy that this man has that he's left. Because, like I said, I still talk to and know people that were really keen on Kevin Samuels. They were big fans of him. I mean, it is what it is. Me personally, I'm not the and not to say that they are what I'm about to say. I don't want it to come off like I'm offending them, but I'm not the big following type of guy. I like to blaze my own path, so to speak. If there's somebody that I think is dope, I'm not necessarily going to follow their word, but I'm going to try to figure out how they got that wisdom. Like if it's an author I think is dope, I want the book that inspired him, or I want the lecture, or whatever the case. I want to know. Uh, and it's just how I'm built. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know if that makes me egotistical, narcissist. I don't know what you guys can psycho analyze me if you want, but I want to know where they got this information from. And granted, a lot of things Kevin Samuels would talk about. Uh, to me, it wasn't. That's my pen. To me, it didn't seem to be anything. There wasn't any like eureka moments for me. I will say that, but still, for a lot of people, I guess it was. And his name rang out, especially when something went viral. I would always catch it when something went viral. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys. When it went viral, it went viral. The man was hilarious. And again, for those who don't know, let me give you a brief, I guess, rundown on Kevin Samuels. Right, he was a popular American YouTuber, social media personality, and image consultant. Like he did that for a pretty long time. I think that might have been his main gig until YouTube really blew up. But he was best known for his controversial, and I'm gonna just say it, like I said earlier, highly entertaining videos in which he offered advice and commentary on various topics related to personal development, relationships, and dating. Kevin Samuels became widely known for his high value man, quote unquote, concept. His quote unquote high value man concept, which emphasizes personal responsibility, self improvement, and the pursuit of success as essential qualities for men seeking romantic relationships. His videos often feature candid conversations with both men and women where he offered blunt, sometimes harsh critiques of their appearance, behavior, and life choices. It was definitely interesting to see that back and forth. Like if he would just kind of, I don't even call it set traps, but he would wait. He would wait there lurking for you to just slip up. Like and I never watched him like long term, or like I said, it was only when he went viral. So these are like maybe 5 minute clips. I don't know, but they were pretty short. And it was almost as if he just in normal conversation, right? Just asking somebody about themselves, like what they do, uh, how they look, just their body dimensions, stuff like that. What they wanted in a spouse, in a partner, or whatever the case is. And the man just laid there waiting for them to slip up. And when they slipped up, he roasted them. I'm not even gonna front. He roasted them, and it all seemed to be under the guise of helping people. Because, like I said, he did have people that, uh, shoot, a la Jordan Peterson, that got up and made something work. Changed the personality aspect, or changed the vice, or got rid of a vice, or whatever the case is, or changed their whole outlook on life. And like I said, some people definitely think that this guy helped them, and I can't knock it because I've seen a bit of it. I'm not gonna front. Uh, Now, while Samuel's opinions and advice have attracted a large and devoted following, like I said, they've also drawn criticism and controversy for what some see as his uncompromising judgmental attitude and his promotion of gender stereotypes. I get it, um, but I'm not one that's giving him too much criticism. If anything, my criticism would be, men, forge your own path. But this is, it just is what it is. I'm not a Kevin Samuels hater. I'm also not a disciple. Um, and For those who also don't know, Kevin Samuels did pass away of, I think it was cardiac arrest, May 5th, 2022. Again, rest in peace. Um, I mean, I feel like that's apropos because he was a man who would call a black man helping, helping all kind of persuasions, whatever the case is. He was helping. Obviously, it was monetized. This is YouTube. This is the internet. This is social media. So yes, it was monetized, and for him to uh, make his ends meet, make his due, he had to really figure a way to reach the masses, and going viral seemed to be the way to do that. And after a while, I can't imagine the stress because now what started as just a hey, you know what, I'm gonna just let the professionalism slip a little bit and make this little joke. Or this person's annoying me, so I'm gonna just snap back. What started as that became a shtick. Now people are expecting it. Now people are are joining the lives or calling in the show in order to get under his skin and get that kind of reaction from him and be the one on the other end of the line being ridiculed or picked on. And like, I would see that. I would see that. And it's unfortunate because he did seemingly provide a alternative to what society was trying to push, right? And still is to an extent, right? Society is pushing uh, this whole non-binary, this whole gender norms are out the window. There's like, come on, come on. Um, I will say, you know, obviously, those who know me know there's no hate for anybody. There's only love. I judge people on a person to person basis, right? Period. I don't care. I don't care what you guys out there that don't know me uh, glean, try or think you glean from this, but I don't show any hate, right? But I love logic. I love common sense. I love talking to people. I just do. Um, and by the way, if anybody has any issues with anything I say, please just comment, send me an email, right? Uh, please, I would love to dialogue with you. I'd love to explain more because a lot of times uh, there's no way you're going to reach everybody or get everybody to understand your takes or your opinions or whatnot. And hey, and sometimes I'm just be straight up. Sometimes it's not even worth it to express that. But if you're a good meaning soul out there and you're maybe confused about something that I got to say or something that I said, please reach out. But Kevin Samuels, man, again, rest in peace. As I said, he died of cardiac arrest, and apparently he's still a thorn in a lot of sides, man. It's unfortunate because I feel like that disdain will last a lot longer than the influence. But I don't know. We're in a really fast-paced society. But hey, like I said, he was going against. He seemed to be juxtaposed to a lot of the new age liberal ideologies, right? Because they're seemingly anti. I'm not. I don't want to say. I don't think I want to say anti-family, but they seem to be anti-nuclear family. I'll say that. It almost seemed like, and that's just my perspective. It seemed as if man, woman, and child dynamic was kind of being undergirded or pushed aside for man, man, and child, or woman, woman, and child. And again, your happiness is your happiness. But in my opinion, my humble opinion, I think man, woman, and child, it's called a nuclear family for a reason. I think as human beings, we are balanced creatures, balanced entities. Um, we're all made of a man, woman, and child. We just period. We're all made of a man. I'm sorry, not a man, woman, and child, but we're all made of a man and a woman. Every woman out there has 50 from her 50% of hers from her father, 50% of hers from her mother, right? Genes being split is a bit more complex than that, but just for the sake of conversation, you know, it took your father and your mother to make you, right? We all have feminine aspects and we all have masculine aspects. That's male and female. I happen to be a man. My testosterone adds that extra boost, makes me what I am. Women don't have that to an extent. They get way smaller portions of it. When they get older, it accumulates a bit more in them. But there are clear differences, right? And those are some of the big things I don't like for me. As a father, I have a boy and a girl. Um, and it's awesome just to see their natural states. Uh, it just, for me at least, it feels like there is agendas being pushed, agendas from older people that maybe felt ridiculed in the past, but now have microphones, now have political positions, now have positions in local government or that's police, whatever teachers. Uh, these people now seem as if they want to push agendas on the kids. You know, kids being seemingly being sexualized and just it's just all weird, and I don't like it, and I believe most people don't like it because yes, I'm speaking for myself, but I feel comfortable enough to say I'm also speaking for the non-radical uh, American in the middle. You know what I mean? Like I'm comfortable in saying that. And for those who know me, I tend to be pretty pensive. I tend to really measure my words because I know how important words can be, even if they're from a nobody like me. But words matter, and being ex- what's being expressed, exposed, showcased, put on a pedestal, whatever the case is, to our not only our citizens but our kids, that matters, and people notice. Just most people don't want to ruffle any feathers, so they say things in the privacies of their own homes, or they keep things to themselves until they hit the voting booth. You know. Um, so if anything, I'll end that little rant. I guess you can call it a rant if you want, but I'll end that on just do you, be yourself. But you know, and people are gonna love you if you're a great person, right? If you're a good person, like, nobody's gonna hate you if you're, you know, most well-adjusted people aren't gonna hate you or whatever the case is just because of your sexual preference. But let's just remember, it is a sexual preference. All right, your personalities range. Like I have a few gay friends, I have a lesbian friend, actually a few lesbian friends. All have different personalities. Some are more outgoing than others, right? But it's the people that want to just throw their stuff out for like they just don't care in front of kids as if everybody has like you know what I mean like there's a way I think to be decent, and some people just don't necessarily have that in them, and that's with the most love as I can give. But I'm being as blunt as y'all know me. I tend to be, but all love. And if you have a problem with anything I said, please email, hit me. I'm not really big on the social media yet, though. In maybe another 20, 30 episodes, I'll get that up and running. But again, there is no hate. There's only love. Those who know me know where my heart is. But at one point, we got to be a little honest, right? At one point, we got to be a little honest. It just is what it is. That's the only way we're gonna move forward. But yeah, man, I didn't mean to get off. Man, I really got offline, right? Um, I didn't mean to really veer off like that, but I think that's an important thing to mention whenever non-binary, whenever these things are brought up. I don't think you can leave it like that because people will cast aspersions on you, or just put you in a box that maybe you don't belong in. Right? I think these conversations are never simple, and I'm not afraid of a long conversation. I'm not afraid of nuance. I think that's a part of life. There is no reality where it's just black and white. Right? There's gray. We live in a gray society, right? That's the in between. That's the nuance. Not everything is yes or no. It just is what it is, right? We're humans, right? That's our experience. That's our experience. I think that's all I'm gonna say on that, man. Um, Again, just to kind of rehash, if you're on social media giving your whole life and it's not about motivation, but it's about venting, like you like social media is your therapist, trust me, these people don't care about you. You are entertainment. If anything, you're serving your purpose as a cautionary tale or comedy. All right. And again, rest in peace to Kevin Samuels. And just man, just show love out there, man. No agendas, no nothing. Just show love. People, let's be factual. We can all have logical conversations. We're adults. Peace will always prevail. Love will always prevail. And I think it's somewhat that simple. Right? If anything, that's the black and white, right? These things will always prevail, right? With effort. Let me. That's the caveat. That's actually the caveat, right? With effort. We tend to not give because it takes a lot, right? But we tend to not put the effort in necessary. But man, that was fun. That was fun. I think that's it for me, man. I had a good time. Um, for those that want to reach me, uh, yeah, I'm sure a lot of people I know will be listening to these first. You guys have my number, but my email here is going to be Wendy, WENDY, at dearfuturerobots.com. And it's at Dear Future Robot or at Dear Future Robots, uh, wherever you pretty much can find social media. Do I have I think I have it everywhere pretty much, but like I said, I'm not that major on social media. So it'll be an honor if you guys are, subscribe, hit me up on there or whatnot. I think I have YouTube at Dear Future Robots as well. But best case, worst case scenario, just give me a subscribe. Appreciated. Uh, that'll not only give me the confidence to continue, but because sometimes I know I've been working a long time at this, and sometimes it can get a little frustrating when things don't fall in place how you want them to, but you just keep working. Like I talked about Kevin Samuels earlier. This guy was grinding for well over a decade, doing different things on YouTube before he figured it. I just want to work. You know, let's get it. Y'all watch me grow, and I'm jamming in here. I don't know if y'all can hear the music in the background, but I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Episode. This is really like episode 8, but a lot of the older ones I kind of pulled off. Uh, I wasn't really too happy with them, but hey, it is what it is. We'll keep moving. Again, watch me grow. Appreciate the love. It's always going to be reciprocated. Uh, that was Dear Future Robots. Peace. And we really are just universes crashing, every single one of them. So just do your best to leave a mark, all right? This is Wendy, Dear Future Robots, signing out again. Peace.